Hey guys, this is Royal Tactics FPS here, and today we are going to be doing the Extinction walkthrough for Exodus. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you, in this part, I'm going to be showing you the best loadout to have for Exodus. I'm going to be showing you, if you are doing relics, what probably the easiest relics are to do, and obviously this. Now, bearing in mind that this walkthrough is mainly for people that are new to Extinction, that haven't really played it much or want to get into it but they just find it hard to either not go down, or they find it hard to do the challenges. But I mean, I'm going to be doing a solo, so this does help with people that find it hard to do solos as well. So okay, right, now this is how many completes I've got, the relics I've used, revives, and aliens I've killed. So as you can see, I've played it quite a lot. Now for the loadout, for my solo, I'm going to be using engineer and tank. Now you don't need to use this, but I use engineer because it helps with the generators and it makes it a lot more easier, particularly if you've got the ancestors on you and then you've got the aliens hitting the generator. Then if you're an engineer, you can quickly go over to the generator, and then once you've upgraded it to 4, you'll be able to put a ring, an engineer ring, around the generator, and it will help you a lot. I'm also using tank. Now you don't need to use this, but it helps if you're new to the game. I just use it because it gives me more health, and that's about it really. I mean, if you upgrade it to 4, it gives you 100% more health plus 100% more melee damage, so it helps you a lot. I mean, if you don't want that, you could do you can do weapon specialist, and you could have this is where you choose your secondary class, and you can still have engineer or whatever you want really. I mean, it doesn't really, bearing in mind that for have two classes you need to have it upgraded in your armory. Let me have a look. And obviously all of these upgrades here we go, double class. Okay, so choose any two classes with this upgrade. Note, skill points will be applied to both classes when applied in game. Okay, so if you upgrade this in the game, you're upgrading both basically. For the pistol, it's not really, most people either use that, most likely they'll use that or that. I use Magnum just because I'm used to it. It's not really like a preference or anything, you don't have to use it, but that's what I've used for a long time, so that's what I'm sticking with. But it's up to you. Like, play games and find out what pistol you prefer, particularly if you're doing point of contact and you want to do the only pistols relic, which is right here. Obviously you'll only have the pistol for the whole entire game, so make sure you choose the right pistol that suits you. Okay, right, for the ammo I'm using cryptid ammo. Okay, so you have to unlock this in the armory again. Let me have a look. Cryptid Slayer ammo. Okay, this special ammo has the combined firepower of all of the existing ammo types. Okay, so it's worth it. It's only 500 teeth. If you play this a lot, then you'll have 500 teeth and you can unlock it. I would recommend don't use cryptid ammo if you are doing relics, particularly this relic here. Limited ammo. Don't use cryptid ammo if you're using limited ammo relic, because there's no point, because you're spending 2,000 on your cryptid ammo, but you're going to have limited ammo, so it's going to be completely pointless, particularly if you're doing point of contact, that map. I would recommend either using that, because if you're using incendiary ammo, you will have an upgrade for that, which is right, can't find it now, wait a minute. Right, strange, I can't find it, wait a minute. Okay, well anyways, but yeah, It's also highly recommended that you use this one here. If, let's just say for example, you haven't got cryptid ammo, you don't use it, you haven't unlocked it or whatever it might be. If there's someone in a public lobby or in a private match that is using the cryptid ammo right here, make sure you use this ammo. Just the first ammo. Don't use any of these here, because what it will do is it will override the cryptid ammo. So basically people are wasting 2,000 on the cryptid ammo, but then you put down this and it overrides it. Any of these, it will override it. Okay, so yeah, make sure you use that ammo if someone's using cryptid. Okay, right. I'm using armor for this game, and I highly recommend it if you're doing solos. It just saves your arse so many times. Like, I mean, I've nearly gone down a few times because I've either run out of money, I've got no ammo, and armor's kind of the last resort in a way, because you're about to go down. It gives you a little bit of health, particularly if you've upgraded it to full. It will save your ass so many times, so I highly recommend that for solos. And obviously if you want to be a team player, it's good to have armor if your other teammates have not got armor. I mean, to be honest, I personally think that and that are useless in private games. If there's two of you, or if you're doing a solo, it's completely pointless having that or that. Don't even bother. Okay, I would highly recommend using armor, or you could use feral instincts, but then again, I mean, it's useful for certain challenges. It's useful for certain challenges, but mainly I'd stick to the armor. Okay, now moving on to the strike package, we have got the Vulture. That is what I'm using. It's probably the best thing for this map for Exodus. If you want something else, you can use the IMS. I have seen a few people use the IMS effectively, but only if you know where the aliens spawn. If you don't know where the aliens spawn, then I would highly recommend just using the Vulture. Now for this map, the things that are completely useless, and I've seen a few people use in public games, is this, and sentry guns. Now for this map, sentry guns are completely useless just because you're in a closed space, okay? So you're spending most of your time protecting your sentry gun because all the aliens are crawling all over it. It's just completely pointless, okay? So you might as well just stick to the Vulture. You can just throw it out and then it will do its business. You don't have to keep watching it. And these two, to be honest, I've never even tried these in a game. I don't really think this is I don't think you're going to get as many kills with these than what you would with this. So I would just stick with this or that if you know the spawns. Okay, moving on, for the equalizer, I'm using a crowd control, a shield. That helps you a lot, because if you are getting hit in the back, you can either kneel down and the aliens won't be able to hit you. It can save your arse a few times. If you are doing relics, make sure that somebody in your team have got a grenade turret. You'll need the grenade turret, because particularly if you're doing, let's just say for example, you're doing weapon purchases are not allowed, do less damage, and limited ammo, for example, you will need this grenade turret. You'll need it because that's the only way you'll be able to get kills. I mean, if you go around with a pistol on Exodus, you'll have the ancestor hitting you, you'll have, the aliens hitting you from left, right and centre. So it's best just to sit back, let your teammates do some of the work, and you get kills with the grenade turret. Obviously your teammates should let you get a lot of kills too, because you won't get that much of a high score if you don't get many kills, okay? So you need to get a lot of kills with this grenade turret. It will help you out a lot, and that's how you'll watch your back. And obviously your teammates can watch you from behind them, but it's best to, if you're using a grenade turret, put it in a corner, somewhere where the aliens can't get you from behind, so you're a lot more safer. This, and this, to be honest, I personally think is useless. You don't need this in a solo or in a public game. It's just completely pointless. If you use the right shield, if you're doing no relics, if you are using relics, you probably will need the grenade turret. Now for these relics, I'm not using any relics for this solo game. If you want to do relics, if you haven't got 10 relics before, or 8 relics, or any relics, it's best to do it in a private game with people people that have mics, so you can talk, you know, obviously then you can communicate. If you're not communicating, it's going to be very hard to tell your teammates when you're about to go down, when you need help. And yes, it's much easier for them to watch your back. Now, if you're doing point of contact, the most easiest relics to do for the point of contact map, bearing in mind I'm not doing that map on this walkthrough, I'm doing Exodus, but let's just say you're doing the point of contact map, you want to do some relics. The easiest relics to do are this one, inflict less damage against the aliens, this one, limited ammo, pistols only, and take more damage. Okay, those are the 4 easiest ones to do, and it will get you a higher score. And yeah, this one here, no class selection. If you don't mind about not having any class, like if you're not, you know, if you don't need the extra health like tank, or you don't need engineer or medic, then I guess you can pick that one too. But these 4 that I selected are the easiest ones to do. These ones are kind of difficult, because you can't pick up boxes, for example. You can't pick up the ammo people drop, and etc. So it's very difficult to do these ones. Only do 10 relics if you are with people that you know has your back and know how to play the game. They you know, they can pick up the slack, they can do the challenges while you sit back and just with your grenade turret, which, bearing in mind, they will have to have that selected in their class, the grenade turret, to put down for you when you need it, okay? Because you won't be able to pick it. You haven't got any of these. You haven't got any ammo type, team support, strike package, equalizers. So they will have to put down the grenade turret for you so you can use it. Let me take off all this. Okay, so that's about it. Let me just throw this back on. Now, there's certain upgrades that you do not really need. The only upgrade I don't use, just because I think it's completely pointless, is this one here, the Magnum ACOG attachment. It's just horrible. If you do want to use the Magnum, then go ahead, but just if you have got this unlocked, don't use it, because it's just completely, it just makes the gun worse in my opinion. But yeah, right, let me just put these back on. So tank, engineer, armor, vulture, shield. So that is what we'll be using for this solo.